When you subscribe, we will use the information you provide to send you these newsletters. Sometimes they'll include recommendations for other related newsletters or services we offer. Our privacy notice explains more about how we use your data and your rights. You can unsubscribe at any time. Anthony Joshua clashed with heavyweight Kubrat Pulev on Saturday night, with all three of AJ's belts up for grabs. But who has Joshua fought in the past, and how many fights has he already won? Joshua hadn't entered the ring for more than 12 months. Ahead of the fight, he faced Pulev, who boasts an exemplary professional record. Joshua knew that Pulev is realistically the only person standing in his way of a highly anticipated showdown with Tyson Fury. But Pulev was a tough opponent for AJ, who needed to be at his very best to avoid a shock second defeat. Joshua has won 24 of his 25 professional boxing fights, with no draws, after beating Pulev. His only defeat came against Andy Ruiz Jr. in June 2019. In what was one of the most stunning underdog stories in boxing history. The defeat came in Joshua's first US-based fight, as he was set to steal the show at Madison Square Garden. But, he came back 6 months later to reclaim his 3 heavyweight belts, thanks to a rematch clause in the initial contract. Almost 90% of all Joshua's fights have ended in knockout victory. The 31-year-old started his career with a victory over Emanuel Leo, back in 2013. At the time, Leo had won all 8 of his professional fights. Joshua continued to bulldoze his way through his opponents, and even featured on the undercard of Carl Froch's rematch against George Groves. In 2014, he beat Matt Legg at the event in a first-round knockout. A fight that would eventually be the last of Legg's career. Since then, AJ has beaten high-profile names including Rafael Zambano, Dillian White, Charles Martin, and Dominic Breazeale. Joshua also competed in a historic fight against legend Vladimir Klitschko. The fight saw both fighters hit the canvas, but it was AJ that eventually won the fight by knockout. Elsewhere, Joshua has admitted that he had to change his mentality after losing to Ruiz last year. But, the heavyweight has claimed that he's still at the top of his game. Defeat: the shock defeat. I've been punched by the strongest people many times, but I'm still here today, he said. That never changed me. Just because I took a loss from Ruiz, I don't think that's enough to change someone. Every fighter trains hard, but it's character that separates us, and I've got a lot of character. I'm going to go into the fight. I'm definitely going to get hit and he's going to get hit. It's going to be last man standing.